and welcome to the Top 5 podcast.
Yeah.
Try to get that shit out of your head.
Bum, bum.
We're going to start with the roll
Too
call.
good. It's too good.
Didn't it kind of already do it for us?
It did kind of.
I can't
See,
do
this
it
is why I
better.
asked what we were going to do ahead of time.
We'll do a quick one.
We
We'll
do
a
it
quick one.
live. We figure it
We'll do a
out.
quickie.
I'm good at those.
On today's episode, we are proud to have and grateful to have Big Ol' Weller, who just produced, I'm going to assume, wrote, performed, produced, recorded, authorized us to use and keep the proceeds from selling
Yeah, we
our
get the
new theme
royalties.
song.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
the masters.
Yeah.
We do have the master.
I do. That audio track was literally called Last Minute Master. He gave it to me. That's
Last
fucking
minute
real.
master.
That's
no.
real, man.
That was a last
That's
minute
binding.
master. That is correct.
Well, it's a banger, first off. So thank you, Weller.
Very good.
Yes.
Oh, no problem. It was yeah, I'm happy that you guys like it.
I do. I got to ask, do you play, like, what are you playing in there? I'm assuming it's a drum machine, but maybe you're in there actually, like, hitting a little hi-hat or something. I don't know.
Oh,
No,
I'll put a picture of the drum machine.
oh yeah, I told you what it was, didn't I?
Yeah, but go
Yeah.
ahead still.
So the main composition was done on a Novation Circuit Tracks Groove Box, which is technically it's a combination of it's a sequencer, drum machine, sampler, and another one, but I can't remember. Sequencer.
I don't know what
sampler,
any of
drum
those
machine.
things are.
Whatever.
Those are words.
It's
Yeah, those are
it's
words.
like it's slightly fancier than a drum machine and slightly less fancy than like a whole workstation.
Okay.
But that's the primary composition was done on that, and then I added the voiceover and saxophone with a regular old microphone into a interface into a laptop. So
I was going to ask if that was you playing the sax, because that was some
That is-
sexy saxophone.
It was.
that is
was
saxophone.
back
That is that's a 1960 SML gold medal tenor
Oh,
saxophone.
wow.
It
For the
sounded
nerds
like
in
a
the audience.
72 to me. Are you sure it's a 60?
I know.
Mm.
But by 72 they had got rid of the rolled tone holes. I promise,
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Trust.
I'll believe.
I'll
but yeah,
trust you.
If you check his channel, I just sent a picture of what he's talking about.
I'm excited.
On the stream.
I
Like a little
can't
drum
believe-
machine plus the
Not
sax.
the saxophone, yeah.
Yeah. No, not the saxophone. That's not a saxophone. It can be. if
Weller,
you
can
want,
you
but it's
share
not.
with us a picture of the saxophone too?
I will find a picture of my saxophone. How about that?
That's
There you
pretty
go.
sweet.
Let's
I
do
didn't.
that.
So, is there a preference for specific saxophones at certain times in manufacturing processes, like Les Paul Gibsons and shit like
I
that?
mean, just like guitars, probably.
Oh, it's like anything, right? So I should maybe perhaps start a podcast about saxophones, but who cares about that? Like 6 people would be thrilled. But
I mean,
yes,
that's-
I
there's
mean, there's
is-
like
is
that's
it
like
an
that's
alto
like
or
our
tenor?
audience. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
touche. That's
Yeah.
a tenor.
Is it?
That
That's a tenor.
that's a tenor.
I played a
sax.
little
Yeah.
alto in middle school.
Kenny G is the alto, right?
Well, Kenny G's famous on soprano.
Soprano.
But yeah,
my
it's
bad.
clarinet looking one, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the straight horn, yeah.
Yeah.
Or generally a straight horn. But
The old straight.
So
horn.
yes.
You wouldn't describe yourself as a straight horn man?
No, I have a straight soprano. I have a whole
Oh, you
collection
have straight
of
horns?
I do.
Oh.
Do you have an
Big into horns, are
appreciation?
ya?
Do you have an appreciation for Kenny G and what he's able to do, or is he like an annoying person?
Let's ratchet it back here. First of all, so to answer the first question, saxophones are just like anything else. Different types, different manufacturers have different things about different models that different people like for different reasons. Yeah, just like guitars or cars or anything else. Kenny G is good.
Be careful. He does listen.
I know. I
He could.
know he's your number one. Kenny G is he's really good at making crowds excited. I don't love his playing or his tone. And I'm not really impressed with anything that he's ever done. I don't
Wow.
like Kenny G.
Got it.
But I
Couldn't
but I
tell.
wouldn't be but I wouldn't go so far as to say that he's like bad at the thing he does. It's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
like
Not
the
your
thing he
thing.
does is not a thing that interests me. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
like that shit, but that doesn't mean that they're like just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
It's not like mushrooms or something, which are gross and shouldn't
Ugh.
eat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mushrooms are fucking
Okay.
disgusting.
Yeah.
oh boy, I love
Yeah.
mushrooms. You kidding me?
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
same.
Fan.
And thanks for the song, Weller. We'll see you next time.
Yep. Have a good night. This has been the top
That's
5
our podcast.
It's been a pleasure. You guys have a great night.
Yeah.
We'll
Good
catch you
luck
that
with
royalty
that
check.
sax.
Yeah. By the way,
No, he'll cut us one.
well, we're gonna just use it royalty free and then sell it, right? Like we're gonna remix it and
Sure.
make various
Hey, you know,
versions
It'll
of it.
be like
You-
Nestle.
We've
Yeah.
already got the dubstep going, so
Mm.
the trap mix.
you're on track to make dozens of fractions of cents.
Yes, I cannot wait for it.
Yes.
Wow, we finally
stream-
profited.
With the streaming royalties. Oh yeah.
When we hit that 200th Spotify listen, that half a cent, that shit's gonna hit so hard.
Well, it's all going to go to
Oh,
Griff, right?
baby.
We all agree. Every half cent goes to Griff.
That
Yes.
point
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Of course.
half of a cent.
Yeah. I want to say
I'm into that.
the saxophone is impressive. The couch is even better. That's an amazing couch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that couch. Is Griff not on? Am I not seeing Griff?
Griff is not usually able to join us because of first off, right now he's in a hellish time at work. He just was telling us about it. It sounds terrible.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Personal
Yeah,
personnel changes,
actually.
overturning, etc. But generally, Griff doesn't like talking to us. It's just
He
what we
hates us.
found. He doesn't hate us. He
Yeah,
just
like-
doesn't like talking to
All
us.
right. He hates me.
Yeah.
Hates
I
is
get
a strong
you.
word.
Hate
He,
you.
pre-
I get
he
you.
prefers
Okay.
despise.
Whoa.
All right. I'm sorry for cutting off.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Griff does not
anyway.
hate or despise me. Griff and I are friends. He maybe
I didn't
best
say
pieces
you.
tossed around. Leo did. Leo's
I
words
said
hurt.
us.
No. Oh.
Didn't Leo say chalk?
No,
No,
he
I
said
said us.
despise.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Leo,
I
I
said
apologize. I
despise
take it
us.
back.
Yeah,
It's
that
okay.
couch.
Everything's about
That couch used to sit in my music store. I actually owned a music store for 3 years, so that was sort of the central feature of when you walked in.
was it called? Hold on. What was the name?
Paisley Music.
Okay. Everyone else, what was the name of Weller's music store? Waylon with Weller is what I'm going with. We're not great at improv comedy.
Weller's Wubs.
It's
It's a
Oh, okay,
dubstep
okay,
tour.
okay.
Weller's Closet of Piss and Other Yellow Things. I.e.
All the-
No wonder it
that
only
would be in,
lasted
that
3
would be in
years.
parentheses. Yeah. This is terrible marketing.
Yeah, it didn't think about
Real
that when it came
rubbish.
up with the name.
No, it was my last name and then Brothers Music, which
Did you have a
nice.
brother?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have
Okay, cool.
I have two brothers
Do you
that
still,
both
do
play
you
music.
still have a
so-
brother? Okay.
I still have two brothers, and they still both play music.
Oh,
That's
wow.
good.
Nice. Cool.
What happened to the music store?
Well, a couple things. I don't know if you've ever owned a business, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
And
Breaking news.
you know, I was working a lot, and about the same. You know, I got the store up and running, which was a dream of mine. And it was great for a while, and then I started getting more gigs. And I was like, you know, I like playing gigs more than I like sitting behind a counter for 10 hours a day, 6
Yeah,
or 7 days a week.
it's like
Why not
that
play
the
gigs
first-
while
the
you're
first
sitting
night
behind
that
the
you're
counter?
doing paperwork at like midnight when you're like, you know, it'd be really fun right now, not doing this and playing
Playing
gig.
music. Yeah.
Like-
So then I would take the gigs, and then I would be, you know, it's like, all right, well then it was a one man shop kind of thing, so it's like, well,
Yeah.
I would end up going in late because I was out late, and it just like wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Very
a
easy to put on the back burner and just
Yeah. So I had to pick one, and I went with the one that was ultimately more fun
Where were
and
the brothers
a
during
lot less
this? Why
stressful.
why
They
couldn't the
sort of
brothers pick you up?
maintained. Well, they sort of maintained different roles in the business. So my youngest brother taught a number of instruments there, and then my middle brother was basically our goods acquisition specialist. Like he would go out in the world with a pocket full of cash and find guitars and amps and stuff for us to sell. And it was great. Like so we would, he kept as a matter of fact, the day that I opened, I opened it with a lot of my own equipment that I'd been buying in preparation to open it. And then he showed up, I think it was the same day I opened, maybe it was the day after. He had basically gone to a pawn shop that he and I both had worked at previously, and he spent like $1,500 out of his own pocket and just bought like half the store from them because he got great deals. Because again, we used to work there, and just basically put it all in my shop. And it was awesome because like I just sold it all on consignment, so he ended up making plenty of money. I ended up making money, but most importantly, I had a bunch of stock for no coin out of my pocket, which was like a godsend at that specific moment in time. So
Nice.
yeah, so my brothers were involved without being actual partners.
They were just in the name.
Yeah, in the name, and like again, they were working for the business without being partners of the business, which is generally the thing I recommend, because the worst thing you can do for friendships or family relationships, in my opinion, is enter into business and not somebody needs to be in. I hate this is true with bands too. Somebody needs to be in charge so everybody else can walk away. Because
it's the same thing with like living with your buddies or shit like that too. It's like somebody eventually just has to be the fucking person that's like the mom or like the fucking parent that's just
The
gonna
adult.
like be the fucking bad guy that everybody wants. Like
Well,
somebody has to say you have to do the dishes. Like
or inevitably, like any partnership is about compromise, right? And if your partnership is based on love, like for example with like I don't know a partner, if you're married or if you're partnered up that way, then those compromises are difficult but necessary, right? In a lot of ways. But if your partnership is about business, the problem that you run into is two people can have drastically different ideas about what's best for the business.
Yeah.
And that's a really good way for one of those people to get their feelings hurt, because more often than not, you can't have it both ways in whatever the thing is. And so it's super important in my experience for any kind of business organization, whether it's a small brick and mortar business like what I was doing, whether it's some kind of agency or booking agency or consulting agency, or whether it's even like a rock and roll band. In my experience, it's always best for one person to be sort of the boss, and everybody else, even if they maintain some level of partner like input, they need to be able to say, you know what, this is no longer a good fit for me, and walk away, because it's just way better for everybody else.
Yeah, if two people get like or everybody gets just sunk cost fallacy into it.
Yeah,
like somebody.
I mean,
you have to. Yeah.
I've left I've left bands that I've been in that I put a lot of time in and had large investments in, and pardon me. You can mute that out, right? Thanks.
Yep.
But
nope.
No shot.
Leave it in.
Great. Leave it in. Yeah, I put a lot of time and effort and gigged a lot and worked a lot and recorded a lot and whatever with different bands, and sometimes you just say, this band is doing something that I'm not really interested in. I'm just gonna walk away.
It's so much better because otherwise you're just like, what? It's like 5 years later, and you're like, then you're just so fucking resentful because you're just like, I just wasted how much of my fucking life doing something I didn't want to do.
Exactly.
Shit, yeah. Yeah, such is the way. The whole business with friends and like that's the hard thing about the band thing. Is that you're like buddies, but also like it is a fucking business. Like if someone's gonna be dumb as shit, like it always reminds me of the story of like Dave Mustaine always likes to shit on Metallica for kicking him out, but like he was like getting in fights with people, and they said like, hey, you can't fucking fight people. We just released our 3rd album. Like the people are gonna sue us for a shitload of money. They go to a fucking bar like a week later or whatever, like, and he breaks someone's leg, and they're just like, you have to get the fuck out, dude. Like, we're gonna get fucking sued for so much money. Like, you can't do that. It's just like, anything like that sort of shit, right? Like,
exactly.
It's your buddy, but still, you're like, I mean, we have to fucking live. Don't be dumb.
Yeah, and it's
It's blunt.
and sometimes it's hard, like especially when like I said, like when it is a band, and like a lot of the input that you're putting in is not just it's not just equity, and it's not even just sweat equity. It's like creative input, and then you start, that can just be a whole,
Three-way
thing, Oh,
Three-way.
hell does that?
And I'm just watching.
Oh, on the golf thing.
You guys, the golf. Yes, we love the golf thing. Whatever. Yeah.
The golf thing.
Golf.
Yeah.
So we actually outlined some questions at the last minute for you, and then we started talking about saxophones. So I'm sure it's also annoying when people do the Simpsons joke to you. You probably get that a lot, so I apologize.
I've made a lot. I've made a lot of money playing the Simpsons theme, so no, it's fine.
Nice. I think the saxophone joke is one of my favorite jokes in The Simpsons.
Big fan of The Simpsons, personally.
There you go. So first off, Weller, we ask everybody, how'd you find MLR?
I am real life friends with Emmer Bach, and Emmer Bach is an outfielder on the fake Pittsburgh Pirates. Pardon me. And Bach, it must have been end of season 3, early season 4, or like off season between season 3 and 4. Was like, hey, like I think you would A, have fun, and B, be good at Major League Reddit ball, and you should join. And my general manager is taking my word for it, and he's gonna he'll grab you in the draft. So I said, you know what? Sure, I like the internet. So I did. I signed up. I think I technically did one college at bat. Just one, because I came into the system late. And then I screwed something up with how I signed up. So I technically signed up late, which kind of worked out. Because signing up late meant that I didn't go into the draft. I entered free agency. And so Dylan Green, who's currently on my pitching staff at Pittsburgh, he was the GM at that point, but he just snagged me up in free agency, and it all worked out. And there I've been ever since, and on fake Pittsburgh Pirates.
So
hanging out with
season 4?
Yes, I was a season 4 rookie. I think I was a season 4 All-Star. Maybe I was a season 5 All-Star. I don't remember. One of those two. Back when I actually, swung a fake bat.
Are you more of a hands-off GM now?
I'm not a playing GM. No, I just pinch hit, pinch pitch. I think the GM's role in MLR is to GM, and there's no reason to be in rotation. I mean, in my opinion, if you're any level above just player, your job in MLR is to facilitate other people having fun, because it is a game at the end of the day, right? Like, and that's my philosophy, and that's sort of my first foot forward is I want all my players to have fun, and the only way to maximize my players having fun one of the ways that I can maximize my players having fun is to maximize the amount of players that I can put in rotation or put on the mound. And that means that I only really swing a bat. I'm on minor league teams every season. But I only swing a bat in Major League Ball if I have to pinch hit last minute. And I can't find somebody else to pinch hit.
I did not realize we were going to start off with such a hot take. That's a controversial opinion, right?
I think so. It is controversial. There are a lot of GMs that disagree with me. They're here to play and they're here to win, and that's fine. I don't have an ego like that. I'd rather I joined MLR to have a good time. I have had a good time, and you can talk to Griffey. We're about our business at Pittsburgh, but we're also relatively laissez-faire. Like we want to win. I mean, obviously, we came out strong at the beginning of this season.
Hell of a start, yeah.
Hell of a start. Hopefully, we can get our bats back up here. But
how about next session?
Let's keep it quiet right now.
Yeah, no, I think I'd really like to, beat the shit out of you guys. But anyway, no.
As long as you let me recuperate on that couch, I don't care.
Oh, babe.
All right, calm down, JD.
Did you almost call him Babe?
He did call me babe. I didn't know what I had that sort of a relationship, and that's nice.
Baby, I hate to break it to you, but that couch is gone. She gone, baby.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Got taken by the ghost of JD Vance.
Then baby, oh wow.
That couch was the first thing that I moved into my store when I opened it. Like we picked it up in my brother's Toyota truck, dropped it off. I literally set it out front of the storefront on its side because it was raining, and that's the only way I could fit it underneath the awning. Went around the corner and got the keys from the business office. And then unlocked my storefront and moved it in. Like it was literally the first thing I ever moved in. And then I moved it to a second location. And then I moved it to a third location. So we moved the store to a second location. And then after that, I closed it. Some friends of mine rented a studio space, which happened to be the fourth floor of a church, the chapel of a church, but it was fourth floor with no elevator. So we carried that fucker up those stairs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
when it lives there now?
It looks old
well,
and heavy.
No,
too.
actually, we did remove it when we moved out a year later, but it just went to my buddy's wood pile because it was gone at that point. It had just had so much abuse. Anyway, but yeah, no, I think that
it was written hard.
Put away wet.
Okay, let's not.
Yeah.
It just sounds like your backs will get to wake up this session. That's what it sounds like.
I want the bats to heat up. Yeah, but again, like in Pittsburgh, we're about our business. We want to win, but not at the expense of everybody having a good time because nobody's getting paid. Nobody's here. We're all here of our own.
This is our enjoyment, right?
Will. This is for fun.
And
I don't want people to stress out. I don't want people to. If people want to play, I want them to play. And I like playing. That's why I'm in the minor league system. I love it. I love playing for the Greensboro Goblins. Go Gobos.
We're rivals. I didn't realize.
We are. Go fuck yourself. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
Give me that couch, baby. I'm there.
I know where the ashes are.
And you also apparently know my kink. I didn't realize.
That was oddly sinister.
Anyway, so Green, I love playing for Greensboro, and I get my kicks that way. I enjoy GMing. There are a lot of things that I enjoy about it. Am I the most prompt GM? No. Am I the best at knowing every single rule every single time? No. Am I infamous for literally being an hour late for the first round draft pick in season 8? Yes. But you know what?
You got to be known for something.
To be fair, that just hilarious occasion did make us for the minor league team last year. We're like, well, that's the most It's Always Sunny thing ever is to be late on the draft. So probably just throw Weller on here too.
To be fair.
Well, that's right because I came in. Didn't I come in late?
Yeah, it was session 4, I think. like 5.
Yeah, because again, I just that was actually I had filled out the form, and I must have gotten distracted and just never hit send.
Yeah, so like when you opened it, it was just like, ooh.
Yep, I was like, God damn it. Well, this and then I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you know, I don't know if you guys saw, but the way that I got on Greensboro this round, this last draft was, I actually I signed up like 10 minutes prior to the
oh yeah,
the drop dead, and then I was like,
Yeah.
Hey Uga, I literally just signed up. Can I be in the draft? And he was like, LMAO, sure. And then jokes happened, and nobody actually realized I was in the draft. And then at the very end, somebody was like, wait, Weller didn't get drafted? Oh, and then Greensboro picked me up because I just entered open agency, you know, so didn't have to wait 4 sessions or whatever. So, but yeah, no, I am infamous for being a little bit behind the ball on stuff, and frankly, I'm down. I'm for it.
There's gotta be a little chaos.
Part of the bit.
There's gotta be a little chaos.
And
everybody
I
can't
prefer to
be
be an
just be
agent.
putting. Yeah, everybody can't just be putting lineups in at like fucking 10:01 Eastern and shit. Like, come on, we gotta have a little bit of.
And to my credit, I'm almost never the last lineup in. I'm usually like middle of the pack for lineups.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you specifically value a certain thing about the game, and it works for you. It sounds like you make the culture. I know Griff has great things to say about Pittsburgh.
We had a good time.
If you were to talk
to
us,
the minor league team.
Yeah, I had a great time, and
we had a good time in that. Yeah, we had a good time there.
Yeah,
it was very chaotic, especially with Wolf and like DD and Brent and Jerome and Bob and shit. Of just and Jimothy, everybody just like so funny.
I believe when I came on, I was like, I would love to pitch, but I'm also terrible, and I think my name is still Weller Dog Shit
Pitcher. Yeah,
which did not get me any pitching spots, which is fine. That's fine.
It did not.
I am, for the record, a dog shit pitcher. Although I did once get a triple play. I did once call a triple play, so that was fun.
Could you come in instead of who did you just put in against us?
I just put it in Doc Mainframe.
Yeah, could you come in instead? Because I could go for some more runs.
No.
Okay,
we're division rivals, so
hopefully Doc. Yeah, hopefully Doc cleans you guys up. Yeah, you guys had Pontius's number. That was rough stuff, man. We
were doing all right with him.
Yeah, he's usually a much stronger starting pitcher than that. So good kudos, and also fuck you.
Yes, and in fairness, he adjusted a couple of times to really like stem some of the bleeding, but no, we were pretty much so on him. But he had some good adjustments in there. He's pretty
good.
He didn't have his best stuff today, sort of thing, but he still tried to grind out some innings for you, sort of thing. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, and you know, Matt Himanamis. I actually don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Himanamis.
I will go with Himanamis. Matt, you know, they kind of had a similar performance last game where it's like, man, they've just got your number today, Matt, and that just happens. It just happens sometimes, and that's okay.
Sometimes you share a wavelength, and sometimes you can't find them for the life of you. So,
and I think last minor league season, I was putting up numbers. I was like, batting in the 400s all season for both teams. And then fucking this season minor league, I think I've had 2 hits. It's trash anyway. Although I was part of an RBI run last game, so that works out. Anyway. But yeah, no, I think MLR is the point of MLR is to have fun, and I like to maintain that culture. Actually, that's why I'm the GM. When Dylan steps down,
getting pinged?
I don't know.
Ping me, senpai.
Tell me more about your name, though, Weller. Can you tell us what's the story behind your name?
I just thought it was funny.
Just Weller.
So
I'm sorry to derail, but they're pinging me in fucking channels. People in this podcast. Leave me alone.
Mine was important.
True. Yours is okay.
No idea what you're talking about.
Can we have some respect for the guest who made us a song,
I'm
please?
sorry.
Hey, Dayman, shut the fuck up. Just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
like, wow.
Fucking pings me. Hey, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
They breathe.
Right, there we
The
go.
name. The name.
The name.
That's where we were at.
The number. The numbers.
Technically, so in my mind, technically, my name is Walter Weller, and Yeller is a nickname, but you can't use parentheses for like an official name.
Okay.
And then the Tuscaloosa Tornado is my other nickname.
The
So I entered
Tuscaloosa Tornado.
since my very first at bat, and every at bat I've ever done, I preface it with the Tuscaloosa Tornado and then something.
Yeah,
every single time. So in my mind, I actually have two nicknames, which is Yeller, and then the Tuscaloosa Tornado, which I thought was funny. It's just a funny name. I just thought it was a funny name.
The Tuscaloosa Tornado is hilarious to me. That shit makes me laugh every time because I forget about it too.
Where?
So I'm like, oh yeah, it's Weller, and then all of a sudden I see like Tuscaloosa Tornado. I'm like, this motherfucker.
I think it's Alabama, right?
Yeah,
it is.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Yeah, I also just think it's funny that it's like, oh, I gave myself a nickname.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
And not only that, I gave myself two, and I refuse to let anybody not use. You know what I mean? Or just like that's my. So yeah, it's all just. I came on. I was like, I literally think Emmer Bach was like, you should sign up, and I was like, I think my name's gonna be Walter Yeller Weller, and he was like, hell yeah, and then I signed up.
Yeah, it's like, go for it, dude.
The Tuscaloosa Tornado, baby, let's go. Yeah, that's my name. I just thought it was funny, and it is.
Are you from Tuscaloosa?
No, I have a tenuous connection to Alabama. My grandfather, his second wife is from Moulton, Alabama, which is the poorest county in Alabama. So I have family by marriage through it is saying something. I have family by marriage through my grandfather's second wife in Alabama, but I've been there. I've visited.
Was he a polygamist, or was there tragedy early on in life?
No, he just he was a son of a bitch, and my grandmother divorced him.
Oh, good call.
He was sweet to me though. He sweetened up towards the end of his life.
In old age, he just gave up. Didn't have enough energy to be honorary as fuck anymore.
No, I think he was just he was in a fucking people are complex, man. We're a complex
fucking true.
We're a complex species, man.
The older I get, the lazier I get, so I just don't care.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I've never been to Tuscaloosa. More directly.
I don't think I've ever been to Alabama, if I'm totally honest.
I have not either. I've not been hardly anywhere in the South except Texas.
I like Alabama.
I've flown through Dallas once. That's about it.
I think I technically was in Dallas for an hour for a connecting flight.
Been like Colorado West, and then other than that, just pretty much Texas.
I've spent some time in Denver. So, I don't know.
Okay, MLR highlights.
Oh, well, let's see. I believe it was season 4. So, first of all, did you know that Ikna pronounced their name Ikna? That was silly to learn. Yeah, they posted like on one of their many OOTC campaign runs. They posted like a weird VTuber video and called themselves Ikna, and it freaked me out. Anyway, Ikna, now Sky. They I can't remember what team they were pitching for. Sky, I don't know.
Skyway.
One of my favorite fake baseballers, by the way, they're hilarious, and I love and respect what they do, which is, I don't know if you guys know their policy position, but it is to disband the OOTC and MLR. So
Yes.
Anyway, they I think it was season 4. They were pitching against the Pirates. I think we got 4 dingers in a row off of them, or maybe 3 dingers in a row. I can't remember which one, because they pitched 425 times in a row.
Yeah, been there.
And ever since then, we always, anytime they're pitching against us, we always lead off with a 420, and it's a pretty good. It's about 60% of the time it gets a hit.
It's a mixed success.
What's crazy
not a
though
home
is
run.
like I've seen them literally give up like 4 home runs in a row off 420, but also seen them pitch fucking 12 innings with like 1 hit.
Yeah,
and throwing 420 a lot.
they're wild. I love it. I love everything about it. Let's see, what are some other good chicanery? Oh yeah, I think it was it season 6 when we had our 14 and 16 season, or was it 15 and 16? I think it was 14 and 16. Yeah, so Pittsburgh is hilarious because we're middle of the pack, if not back end of the pack most of the time, but then every once in a while we just go on wild fucking tears. And I think it was season 6 when we set the... Must have been season 6. No, it was season 6 because season 7 was Dylan's last season as GM, but we set the all-time MLR season win streak at 10. Although I think the Rockies did at the same time. And then we had a season it was our final season was 14 and 16. So we won 14 out of 16 games that season, which
14
was
and 2.
14 and 2. I'm sorry. Yes, what did I say?
Okay.
14 out of 16. Yeah.
You said 14. Yeah, I was like very confused.
Yeah. 14 out of 16, 14 and 2.
Did you
immediately lost in our... No, we immediately lost the first round of the playoffs. We have never made it past the first round of the playoffs.
Did you get like
Pittsburgh
wrecked in the first round too, or did you barely lose?
No, it was like a whatever ass like 3-2 game or something like that.
Gotcha.
Know?
Not like super close, but it was like and then we just lost like 4-2, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah. I don't even remember what this. I could go back. I'm not going to. But that season, Dylan was kind of putting Bach and I back to back in the lineup pretty consistently because we both had really hot bats that season. It might have been the season I was on the All-Star. Maybe I was on All-Star 5 and 6. I don't remember. But yeah, Bach and I, there were multiple times where we hit back-to-back triples, back-to-back doubles, and back-to-back home runs in that season.
That's pretty good.
Awesome. Yeah, it was bops. And in
Sorry,
fact,
man, I saw what you were trying to do there.
Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all know, but Bach also is a musician.
Yeah, apparently everybody in your clubhouse plays music.
We have a lot of artists. Yeah. But we have this song that also features me on saxophone here.
Are you gonna be able to play it for us?
I could.
Is that the song?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna.
I didn't know I played sax
here. I know, right? So this is actually about our back-to-back dingers.
Oh, nice.
Is back to back.
Someone remind me to post that whenever I post the video, and I'll make sure to post this link.
Let's. I'm gonna try this. Let's try this. Is that coming through at all?
No,
Nope.
sir.
Nope.
Cool. Don't worry about it.
All right.
We'll add it in post. It was a great song.
Yeah, add it in post.
That was a great song.
Love it. Clap.
Yeah.
Great song. Thanks
Absolute
everybody.
banger.
We're killing it here. Yeah, no, big fan of all Bach's output on that page. But yeah. So, Himanamis, Himanamana, they play. Big Cheech, Cheech Flow, they play. I play. Doc Mainframe doesn't talk a whole lot in chat, but he plays bass and guitar. What else? Who else plays? The Ghost of Christmas Past. We Lance Lumix, who actually he retired last season, but we keep him in the clubhouse anyway. He plays. He's actually trying to do the pro thing like I am. Although he's playing like singer-songwriter acoustic guitar stuff. That's cool. Yeah, we've got a bunch of weirdos in the clubhouse. Weirdo musicians.
Nice. So I'm gonna transition from that because, I mean, the reason we got to finally have you on was because you came to us with a theme song, which awesome. Thank you very much for making the theme song.
Yes.
What was the inspiration for that? Or do you listen to the podcast?
I was listening to the podcast one night and I was like, man, this podcast fucking sucks. It needs a theme song.
Right. We've had that feedback a lot, actually.
Wrong. Yeah.
You have that
weird, number one wish list.
Weird. I've heard that like 3 times. Strange.
Have you really?
Then all our
Is that true?
comments do.
Only 3?
No, I was just like, like nothing legitimizes a podcast like an actual like real
That's
theme
true.
song.
So
And
Total
Music
Dial,
is a legitimizer.
Total Dial and I had our little small podcast there for like a 1 episode, and we recorded a 2nd episode in which I sang a theme song, which was amazing. I think it would have won a podcast Grammy. But then the recording got corrupted, and then we've never been a Pammy. Yeah, we've never been able to record another one. I think it's probably dead at this point because Tote's busy, I'm busy, we're all busy. Yeah. But that podcast theme song, I'll dig it up one day and I'll send it to you somehow.
I thought it was corrupted.
Oh, I mean, I have a recording of the idea, and I can like it's a performance, is really what it is.
Oh, yeah, it's a thing.
Oh,
exactly.
I thought it was like on the spot.
No. I developed it. There was a process.
This is like a B-side, like.
No, this is a full-on.
This would be the B-side of our top 5 podcasts.
Yeah.
No, this is its own single release. Yeah, it's definitely, we're pushing hard for this one to get award consideration.
We're gonna have to set up a Spotify account and.
Remember, you buy a Pammy and you win an Oscar.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Right, my God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
so, Weller, what was the inspiration? What made you say that we need some sexy saxophone?
I'm a saxophone player, and I know that. And Dayman, you play a little bit, right? You play sax. I know you play guitar, and you used to play sax. You still play some sax?
Yeah, I used to.
And,
I don't have it anymore, but I play guitar for 3 hours.
And I know Griff. There you go. And I know Griff's a music fan. We talk about music all the time. He's an active participant in the music league. By the way, we have a music league in our clubhouse that you guys are more than welcome to join in on.
Just started one in Philly. We're trying it out.
We did.
Probably inspired by you.
There you go. Love it. But yeah, so I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make them a podcast name. And I designed it. I don't know if you noticed, but like it's kind of designed so you can just use that first chunk for the intro and then the second chunk for like the outro and whatever. I thought you can chop it up and use it for different uses. You don't have to play the whole thing every time. But the easiest way to pad something out is to just throw some juice in there, and I was like, fuck it, I'll throw some saxophone on there. So yeah, I programmed the whole thing, like we said earlier, on that circuit tracks. Laying in my bed one night.
Yeah, that was gonna say, like you said, you can fucking lay in your bed and like do it on the couch or some shit. It's
Literally,
so fun to mess around with.
I was naked as the day I was born when I made that fucking beat. I need you guys to know.
You fellow naked sleeper.
Oh hell yeah!
I'll sleep much better at night knowing that the Tuscaloosa tornado is also.
I'm not super familiar with the saxophone, but it's like the whole thing is like it's a tube with holes and little like pads or dampeners that go over the holes, right? And they're moved by keys.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you're naked, you could get like a hair or.
He's talking about the
something
thing, not the sax.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you were saxophoning
naked.
naked.
The drum machine.
No. I have definitely played the saxophone naked, but that's a story for another podcast.
But did it not catch anything? Does it catch stuff?
Catch anything?
Not with a tenor. With a berry, you might get a little pinch, but
Okay. Well, maybe
Uh,
that's your thing too, man. I
I
don't
mean,
mean to shame. Like you do
When
you.
I'm playing
Man, I
Barry,
hope
I
you're
get a little
no,
pinch
not.
too.
Yeah. I mean, I have a
Well,
neighbor
you know.
Barry. He's a little pinchy too, but that's a whole different thing.
Well, listen.
That's also another
we,
episode.
we love a pinchy little berry now, don't we, boys? We love a
Leo,
pinchy
did
berry.
you just yawn?
Yes, I'm
While
Is it hard going back to
Love it.
work, Leo?
tired. We have
Yeah, I'm
student school
sleepy.
tomorrow.
Oh
So
man.
I'm getting the
Sleepy.
full impending dread.
Oh, you'll do great, buddy. You're a good teacher.
Yeah.
My
no,
girlfriend's
I'll be
about to
fine.
make teriyaki chicken. I'm so excited.
Ooh.
So,
That is
Weller,
exciting.
you play the instruments that you have. Obviously, sax was amazing and great.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Where'd
thanks.
the beat come from? The drum machine thing.
I just came up with it.
Creative Commons.
No, I wrote it all. I wrote it all myself, and
Royalty free.
I was kind of tapping the. No, I was kind of tapping the I was trying to catch like Tecmo Bowl. I don't know, early Sega
Mm.
Genesis
yeah.
vibes.
The
You
old
know.
chip.
Yeah,
chip
I thought.
tune.
Yeah, I was trying to like go for that kind of vibe because I use that thing for that groove box. I generally don't make it that sort of kind of
Yeah.
16-bit-y. I generally try to do like a little bit more fleshed out stuff with it, but
I see what you're doing.
But for
So you weren't playing Tecmo Bowl. You were doing Super Tecmo Bowl because you didn't go 8-bit. You went 16-bit.
yeah, sure, yes. That's my apologies.
No,
Yeah,
it's
like, that
okay.
was-
No, I like the nuance. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, but yeah, so that was sort of I just kind of like imagined like, okay, if I was scoring a sports game for the Genesis, how would that theme song sound? And that's sort of what I did.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice. Well, thank you very much.
Although I think I sort of had like a basketball game in my head more than I did like a baseball game, but like fuck it, you run with what you brung.
Corner 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know,
What?
you know.
I know.
Corner 3.
I know.
What the fuck game is that again, Leo?
I don't remember. I just
can't
know it's from
remember
Family
either,
Guy.
but
Let's look it up.
It's like the fucking Tecmo Bowl cheat.
There was a basketball game for the Nintendo where it was 5-on-5.
It's
and
Double
think it's that
Dribble
one.
is the video game.
Double dribble.
Double
Yes.
Yeah,
Dribble.
there's a thing. What
Double
what team do
dribble.
you have to be?
You
If
don't have
you're
to be.
is it a
in a corner 3. You're
yeah,
thinking of
it's
the
like
retro
if you
Tecmo Bowl
yeah.
one where it's Bo Jackson on the Raiders.
Yeah.
That's the original Tecmo Bowl. Yes.
Yeah,
was
so it's
great.
like Bo Jackson can outrun everybody, and then also in fucking double dribble, like if you get to the like very corner of the court and shoot a 3, it goes in a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
There were
Call that,
spots.
call that a high percentage shot. The
Yeah.
percentage
Corner
100.
3. It's like, oh, stole the ball. Corner 3. Like, it's so fucking good. The theme song reminds
Love
me
it.
of that for sure.
So, Weller, where can we find more of your music? Theme song related or otherwise?
Said I don't want to
I
tell you
know
that.
you don't need to dox yourself. Like I don't know how much you want to share.
Oh, I've generally doxed myself in this universe.
A lot of people have.
So yeah, I don't really care. I don't give a shit.
That also seems to be the logic.
I never care because I'm like, I got $100 in my bank account and 70 grand worth of student loans. Come fucking steal my identity. Take it.
Yeah,
hate having
man.
to have passwords for my
Take
phone.
it.
You can have it.
Yeah, so I make music under the name The Sax Squatch. So there's a guy with a costume, like dresses up like a Sasquatch and plays. That's a different guy than me. We are actually
There are
the
two
same.
of you.
Oh, there's 2 of them. That would be like saying, "Hey, Buckethead? Yeah, I do that too." I also put a bucket on my head.
So I've been using the name since like 2006 or 7. I think I first published something under that name in 2008, maybe. But he started, probably 6 years ago or something like that. But he's doing more of a party band DJ set thing, and it's more of like, it's. I just use it as a name. He uses it as sort of an act, if that makes sense. which is fine. We're cool. We've communicated and like we're hip with each other. So no hard feelings and no bad blood. So. But yeah, you know, he's a cool dude and he's doing his thing and that's it. But yeah, I've contributed pretty heavily to a bunch of music by a producer called The Lasso. So,
Any relation to
let's
Ted?
see. Nope, not at all. Let's see. I was on his record, The Sound of Lasso. We did a record with a cello player named Jordan Hamilton called Try Magi. We also did a record with a singer named Billy Free, Billy Free. That record's great, Billy Free and The Lasso. The Lasso had another record called 2121 that I contributed to heavily and helped sort of work up. Let's see. I have recorded the band Fake Baseball. I had a very large hand. I helped found that band. Yeah, by the way, I used to be in a band called Fake Baseball.
Is that
and our did
it have other people from here?
No, nope.
Oh. Okay.
They just
Nope.
No,
Nope.
no. We were putting together a band, and they yeah, my friends who were in the band sort of thought it was funny, and
Got
so they're like, what if that was our name? And then that's what we did, which is very silly. But we put out a couple records. Well, I put out one record and an EP with them. I actually left the band last year. Yeah,
So there's officially 0 fake baseball players in that band now.
I was gonna say it's like the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
There are no. Well, actually, that's not entirely true, because I got Doc Mainframe into the band. Or sorry,
so
I got
you replaced yourself.
There we go.
I got Doc Mainframe into Fake Baseball after he joined the band Fake Baseball. So yes, so Doc Mainframe is technically still, yeah, the whole thing.
So the total was
debut
briefly
record.
0%.
Yes, it was briefly, but well, actually, no,
Okay.
it was never 0%.
Okay.
No, because we overlapped heavily.
All right. all right.
But yeah, I just chatted the debut record in with the in crowd that like I said, I helped write and helped produce and recorded a lot of the saxophones on, and I wrote up horn charts. We actually had a whole horn section on that record. That I wrote for. Wrote a couple of the tunes, played some electric guitar, played some fretless bass.
I
yeah.
love the fretless bass.
What's a
Me
fretless
too.
bass?
It's a bass
Bass
without
Bass
frets.
without frets. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
It
go.
sounds
okay.
like okay. A song that you probably know it on is fuck. Oh my god, it's like so obvious.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything by Jaco Pastorius. He was a fretless guy.
I'm sure
I've-
Claypool has a few fretless bass songs.
Well, I'm sure he does. But yeah.
I've
Yeah,
heard of
so
Jaco
that's-
Pastorius, but I don't know his
Oh,
music.
Hey You by Pink Floyd, Off the Wall. That is a fretless bass. If you
Oh yeah, that's a good
That
call.
makes
You're right.
Yeah, that
You're
was
right.
like the first fretless bass one I ever heard. That I was like, this sounds fucking weird. My friend was like, yeah, it's a fretless bass. It's insane. And then
What is the sound? Can you describe the difference that a fretless bass makes?
It's just that you don't know where the frets are except for just like the general area. And then also like for sliding and stuff. Like it's just like it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
Very like jazzy because there's no like defined frets or anything in your way from sliding around, and I don't know.
Yeah. I just sent my Bandcamp, which a lot of that music is actually pretty experimental. I love free jazz, experimental music. In fact, now that I look at it, almost every single release on that is experimental, except for the copy of Big Iron or the cover of Big Iron that I did.
I more will like fuck around with like the blues side of that instead of so much as jazz.
Sure.
Staying more in like experimental jazz is like I start getting confused on myself on some things, and I just go back
Sure.
to the blues bars.
It has theory
Okay.
gone too far.
It's more so just like you start switching between so many fucking scales, but like also you're using notes that aren't necessarily in like the scale that you would know the blues note, or not even the blues notes, but like or the jazz notes and shit. All of a sudden you're like, I don't know any of this shit, even though I know this whole scale in multiple different ways.
Yeah. There's yeah, you know, music's cool and fun, and there's a lot you can do with it, and there are a lot of rules that you can learn and then choose to engage with. Is sort of how I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm dumping in a couple other records that I am pretty proud of that I helped out
Dump
with.
'em.
I think I will listen to
Yeah.
Apostrophe tonight, though. Speaking of experimental jazz.
Oh, that's the crux of the biscuit. Whoops, I didn't mean to send that to
Oh,
us.
fuck yeah.
Big Zappa fan. So,
Yeah, I figured you were big. For some reason, for like me, I love Apostrophe, but I actually like Mothers of Invention more than some of Zappa's like solo shit, especially his later stuff, probably. That.
Oh, I mean,
like,
I just listened to all of yeah, I was showing for the first time a friend of mine, Uncle Meat. We listened to that start to finish on a drive to a gig.
Oh yeah.
So. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Weasels Ate My Flesh is a real big banger to me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's all the stuff that
Apostrophe.
I've sort of
That's a
done in
good
the
list.
most
That's a big
recent
list.
era. And then here's
And
my
I'm going to do my
band.
best to include a bunch of links to all this stuff whenever
yeah.
we post it, just so
Yes.
people have access to it.
That would be hip.
Jazz links.
I have a side question here, real quick. How long do I have to be a musician before I don't sound like a jackass when I call things hip? Because you don't sound like a jackass when you say things are hip, but I don't play the saxophone, and I feel like if I called something hip, I would sound like a jackass.
Maybe it's all about just owning it, you know?
So you're saying there's no amount of music I could play where I could use the word hip in hip fashion?
No, just it's like anything else, you know. Just fucking just act like you're supposed to be there, you know.
Wear the high vis suit and carry the traffic cone.
That's
say
right.
hip.
God damn it.
Leo, did you just poke a link to the Utah Jazz?
Correct.
Okay.
Sure.
my
That's
I just
yeah, that's
posted my
jazz.
favorite
It's
my favorite
contribution.
office joke. I just posted.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that one. Play the right notes. You don't hate jazz. You fear jazz with its lack of boundaries is another big one. The Mighty Boosh thing, you know. I've seen it all. I get every single jazz is my passion image of like people fucking pretending to play fire extinguishers or like that seal that
Yeah.
has the saxophone or like, oh yeah.
I saw
So,
one too where it
it-
was literally like a just shattered like guitar. It was like, listen to my new jazz piece, and it was just like strings to the fucking
Mhm.
headstock with just no body and nothing. Like,
Yeah.
like
You
what
know.
the fuck?
Jazz is a loaded word anyway. Like, you know, a lot of the purveyors of the art hated that word and preferred to call it things like black classical or black American music, modern classical, that sort of thing.
I did not know that.
The term
It-
jazz is
yeah.
actually like kind of racist.
Yeah, I was about to say
Um,
like the whole jazz and like in Upper Harlem type thing, like a real
Yeah, and like, you know, because
Yeah,
the music sort of originated, you know, Congo Square, you know, down in New Orleans, you know, street music, which eventually evolved into what used to be called Dixieland. Now we're trying to call inside music, or so inside New Orleans music, or however you want to call it. But yeah, the term jazz is useful to a point, but it's also fraught with there's some baggage there.
It was like a pejorative term is the thing.
It was initially, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the
was initially
biggest
a
issue. I mean, it's
pejorative,
like
yeah.
it's a bad descriptor too of certain things because it gets like conflated, just like anything like any other broad genre. But yeah, it's like it was put like used to describe what people thought is a shitty like thing and fraught with racism. Yummy.
Exactly. We
Like
love it.
half of the American lexicon, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Well,
yeah.
Colonialism is a dark and cruel mistress.
It's a hell of a drug.
It sure is. Colonialism, capitalism, Caucasiocentric worldviews, etc., etc. Yeah, I mean it's all trash. We love it though, because we have to, because it's all we got.
We're still here.
Well,
We're
let's
down in the
ask
shit and the
happier.
piss and the gutters.
Let's ask happier topics. What's it like being Griff's GM, you lucky bastard?
I love him. I think I actually, let me look back. Let me look back because there was a conversation that I had.
We'll cut
I gotta
all this.
just. Well, you
Why
can
would
leave
we
it in.
cut that freestyle gold?
Yeah, come on. This is
Sell
fucking
it.
Better
money.
than that breaking dancer.
Royalties.
You're leaving money on the table, you old so and so's. Who? Oh my God, who's your bad? I'm so naughty. Chalk, who's your GM right now?
I think I know what
Petra.
you're trying to talk about. Petra's my GM.
Yeah, did
Petra and
yeah,
Raj.
yeah. I think it was Petra.
I know what you're bringing up. I know what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
I do.
Yeah, Petra tried to.
Can't sneak one past me.
I feel like I should be concerned.
Yeah, I was trying to remember who talked to me about it, but yeah, Petra tried to snipe Griffey from me back in April.
Would have been a hell of a coup.
Yeah, because they were like, because they were like, well, we've got Chalk and Stupido, and they'd like him to join.
Well, he's already on there because two of them are gathered.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. Might as well make it official.
Well,
He's also the fourth lone.
So here's the official conversation. Petra said, "Hey, I wanted to reach out and see if there's any universe in which you'd move Griffey. LOL." Doc has been asking since they're buds from Top 5 podcast, and now we have Stupido too. And
Listen
I said,
to her
LOL.
toss me under the bus.
Wow.
No, hey, I'm just telling you the reality of the crux of the biscuit again. And I'm also just seeing that.
Enough.
How many
cruxes
are you on?
Well, they're all, as many as there needs to be. But then my response was, LOL, I will be honest with you, I do not want to let him go, but I'll see what he wants to do. And for the record, you can ask Griffey, I did in fact say, hey, Petra asked me about this. I want to run it past you because, again, my guiding philosophy as a GM is I want to maximize the fun that my players have in the league.
What did Griff say back?
Griff said, "No, I like it here." Actually,
Fair enough.
Damn.
Hey man, you
Figure
it hurts. It hurt. No,
I knew a little more.
I knew you went to Griff and let him know, and I thought very highly of you for it. I don't like you because you didn't give him to us, but other than that, I thought very highly of you. Yes.
I mean, yeah, you got to ask for sure.
Yeah, you got to ask. Yeah.
You don't have to. You don't. That's the thing. A lot of GMs wouldn't even.
No. You've met Griff. You have to ask.
No, I don't.
Right?
But
he just didn't mind anyways.
But I did. I just said I actually kind of freaked him out because I was like, "Hey, bud, I got a question for you that I don't really want to ask."
That
doesn't sound good.
Yeah, just like you say that to anybody, and someone goes, "Well, okay."
It's the DM equivalent of "have a seat."
Yeah,
this doesn't
inspire confidence.
And I didn't undersell it either. I just said Petra asked what my likelihood of letting you go was. I said they already, they have Stupido and Chalk over there. I guess they really want you over there. And I said, I'd like to see you be a pirate forever, but I don't want to, rob you
Well,
of
you
that.
seem like you're like a company guy. You seem like you're going to be a pirate forever yourself.
Oh, most of my team is pirates for life. So,
Yeah.
and then to Griff's sweet credit, he said, "Is she offering something super attractive? I would understand if they want to send you someone you like or to improve draft capital, and I'd like to do what's best for the Pirates." So Griff is also a classy.
He's a good egg. Yeah, that's why I said you would ask too. If Griff were on another team and you knew Griff like we did, you'd be like, "Yeah, I'm going to try to snipe that guy." That's what you would say.
I know.
I would understand too.
And his response to all of it was, "We're winning the cup this season, so write that down, you motherfuckers."
Why don't you try winning this session?
Maybe he should have joined the Phillies.
Maybe you should suck my ass.
I don't even
respectfully.
First off, if you're a sack squatch, that's a lot of hair, and I am not getting. I'm not about the hair.
It's all hair and pustules. Believe it or not, lots of pustules.
Oh, pustules.
Wow.
Big
living rough on the wild makes sense.
Lots of pustules.
This podcast has taken a turn suddenly. Oh Lord!
Yeah.
Suddenly, that's our podcast. Suddenly, I'm gonna go eat dinner now.
Yep, teriyaki chicken, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you eating for dinner?
Pustules.
Pustules.
So you're big Weller.
Pustule teriyaki.
Is there a little Weller? You're a big old Weller. No. Is there a little Weller? No little Weller. No. Okay.
No. The reality can hardly really put up with even one of me. So I have no plans to reproduce at any time. Unless one of these pustules spores off and replicates that way.
You're a mushroom.
I'm a.
I was just making a joke about the fact that you have Big Weller as your name, and so maybe there's like a little Weller on the Pirates or something, or like your little sidekick co-GM buddy.
It might be you after this session.
It might be. I feel like I'm going to become Sass Bitch. That's what I'm going to become. Good Lord!
You guys are destined for a first round of playoff.
Oh yeah, we're gonna ruin some lives.
Yeah, we do not do well in the playoffs.
Be too high.
Yeah, probably. No, I love. As evidenced by the fact that my name is just kind of jokes. I love joke names. So let's see. Let's see. Will this tell me? Can I click on me and will it tell me all my fucking? No, I hate this. Discord, for all of its joy and delight, is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah. I feel that.
Are you trying to see all your different names across servers?
I can see, yours. I can't see.
Yeah,
mine.
So Dayman's probably in more servers with you. So Dayman, you should look. But if you look at
I can just run here. I'll just run down it. How about that? We'll just do that. So
I know I have Big Ol' Weller and
Big Ol' Weller, Pirate King, Better Nathan Weller, Young Weller, Dog Shit Pitcher. Better Nathan Weller is pretty good.
Oh, let's see. What else do I got? I'm Yeller Goblin Weller in the Goblin chat. In Idiot Palace, which is one that's not related. I guess I'm just Sack Squatch, but that's not fun. Let's see. In
it's boring.
In the A's server, I am Blood Feud, I believe. No, I'm Skunk Funkington.
That's a good name. Really good name.
In the Cubs, I am Ike 3 the Icon, or Ike 3 the Threequel. I used to be Ike 3 the Iconing, I believe. Let's see what else. Fake College Ball. What's my name there? That'll be fun. Missioners, where the hell why do they put us all the way at the fucking bottom? Where the fuck? It's trash.
I think it just says Walter Yeller Weller Pit GM.
Yeah, that makes sense. That one's boring as shit. You don't want to scare the kids too hard, you know?
Yeah.
You don't want to let them know what they're in for too soon.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to goose them too hard. You know,
Gruesome, twosome.
gruesome twosome. Let's see. Oh, the old Goldfishes. I was just the Tuscaloosa Tornado. Forgot about that team.
Is that a
The
minor
fake
league team?
Arizona Dime. Yeah, it's an old minor league team from 1,000 years ago. I don't leave anything generally. 'Cause fuck it, you know.
Yeah,
Because you never
I
know when
leave
you got it.
everything.
Yeah, yeah. The fake Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm better than what am I in the Padres server? Let's find out. Why am I in the Padres server? I didn't make a name there. Fuck. Nothing there. What about the Giants? Oh, I haven't tortured the Giants in a while.
Are you in like all of the servers?
No, I'm in a lot of them though. See, I'm in
You're
the.
not
You're
in
not
St.
in-
Louis. You
you're
fucking
not in
bitch.
I'm not in
Philly.
St. Louis. I'm not in Philly. I'm not in St. Louis. I'm in. I'm in a Phillies. I'm in a Phillies server that's unrelated to the fucking MLR Phillies. It's like just a real Phillies server. I do not care about the real life Phillies. I don't know why I'm here. Somebody must have just added me. And then in Wooloo, sorry, how does it? Wooloo Maloo Wooloo. I'm horny Reno.
Okay.
I don't remember why. Oh yes, I do.
It's choice.
Because Reno was there, and there was just an evening where everybody just made their name something Reno. And since I was talking about saxophones, I became horny Reno. So yeah, I like goofing.
Yeah,
Boot
you have Big Ol' Weller is just one of the many monikers across MLR
Yeah, and
and apparently
I've
thousands of other servers.
I used to change them all the time too. For a while, I was Weller.
I don't change my name ever. I'm just Chalk Banana.
You change yours
Crossed
in Maine a
everything.
lot. You were Chalk Banana with the snail.
No,
Now you're
I
Chalk Banana,
have
not
pinned things
Speedo.
onto it. That's fine, but I'm always Chalk Banana at the front. That's my thing. Anyways, it's getting late. Damien's gonna have to edit a lot of this.
Yeah,
We
tweet
end
better.
every podcast with
better Nate than Weller.
we end every podcast with the question of, do you have any questions for us, Big Ol' Weller?
Yeah. Yeah. How you guys liking MLR so far?
Pretty damn good.
Wow.
Let's go down.
So-
Actually,
what?
let's go down the line. Stupido, how you liking MLR so far?
Wait a minute, why am
tried
I
to get you
first?
Because you're at the bottom of the list. I'm going bottom
You
up.
said let's go down the line, not up the line.
Well,
no.
Semantics.
Stage directions. It's down the line. Go fuck yourself. Just kidding. That's not true.
Okay.
You
You're
always
first.
look at the directions from the back of the car.
Right. No, I'm enjoying it. I think it's been a good waste of time.
God bless you. Yeah, you were on my list of people that I tried to get for in season 9, and I failed. Leo, you were not. How do you like MLR?
Okay.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
You're
Like,
not even
okay.
kicking his ass this session, and he's tossing bombs your way. That is awesome.
For
Oh.
the record,
Oh.
Leo, I actually like you a lot, and I just it was right there, and I had to do it.
Oh my
It
lord!
was just
Okay,
right there, and
that
I had to do it. I'm sorry, but Leo,
It's
how you liking
fine.
MLR so far?
It's really good. San Diego's a really nice place to be, and being a GM there
Always
helps
sunny.
a lot.
Well, that's right. You
I'm
are
really
you
interested.
are a GM dad.
Yeah. I don't really know how I got here, but hey, we're really really happy to have the position. We are
if I'm-
currently winning. Go ahead.
Listen, if I'm any indication of this league, you just tend to fail up. So,
I did do a lot of failing on the pitcher's mound, so but yeah, we're winning right
made
now.
it back this year.
Hopefully, I'm hitting now. Fuck
You
pitching.
are. Jeez.
yeah,
Killing it.
honestly, I love pitching. Fuck pitching. I love it. I love it so
Yeah.
much. Hey man,
I
how do you like MLR?
I hate it. Next
All right,
question.
well,
I knew it.
There's always one hater.
Yep.
It gotta be.
Got him.
Usually it's me, but
Got him.
Yeah. Chalk, what about you?
I'm enjoying it. I am actually productive on the field. The Phillies are doing pretty good in the season. We're having fun. I think there's a good vibe.
We love a good vibe.
Yeah, I dislike Dayman and Stupido a little bit right now. They kind of hurt my feelings by ruining my loam ambitions.
How was
But-
that our fault?
Wow.
Wait, how did? Did you run?
We only account
I'm really
for 2
sorry.
votes.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did
Yeah.
you run, Chalk?
you won and I didn't. I
Run crazy.
I got stamped. I got stomped on. I was disapproved. It broke my fragile ego.
Wild.
Well,
Oh no.
again, Chalk. Again, in this league, that's a good sign. It means you haven't failed quite hard enough.
Yeah, I was about to say that
Yeah.
just means people
Mhm.
like you.
Yeah,
So no, I'm not gonna make this motherfucker do that.
yeah.
Look at-
But
Alright,
outside
look
of
at-
outside of my 2 friends in the league stabbing me in the back and taking my position, which I'm of course being facetious. for.
Stabbing you in the back.
Stabbing me in the back from Idaho. That's why all these people have been tailing me with Idaho plates. I know it.
Hmm,
I know it.
well,
We got dirt campaign
I don't think
on you,
that
that's what
your
it was.
your IRL like things are contributing to. You're confusing. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think that sentence made any sense. I
It
don't.
didn't because I'm
I don't think
confused.
your IRL things are contributing to.
I'm confused.
You're confusing.
Oh,
That was the
but
exact
no,
sentence.
in
He said he
seriousness,
stabbed me in the
Man's,
back. Just like, what
glucose
did
is
we
low.
do? I didn't even vote.
I'm having a good time. It's been fun. I'm actually having a little bit more fun trash talking lately, which has been nice. I unmuted game.
That's what that is. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Unmuted
I'm
what?
not good at it. I'm trying. I unmuted game discussion, so I'm talking about games now.
Oh.
oh man,
That's why you
game
get in there.
I love game discussion.
Damn, that's why I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I've been remotely like yeah, I go through phases of how much I interact with main, and the last
Yeah,
couple
I
weeks
feel
was
ya.
kind of off main. I mean, I was still around. I mean, Leo and Stupido have seen me. I mostly just shit post in the GM lounge, but
I can't wait to see that now. I can see that now.
Mhm.
Because he's a
yeah, I
law.
mean,
I think you
I
already
mostly just
shitposted,
shit
actually.
post. Actually,
Leo, don't you dare.
I think I actually already saw you shitpost because my first
Me?
message in there was fucking moot fucking with me and telling me that the fuck was wrong when it wasn't, and then I'm pretty sure you shitpost like later that night. I was like, classic
Look.
Tuscaloosa tornado. I'll have to go look. Yeah.
I'm gonna look right now. The GM lounge is I I don't know. Everybody's mean to
place.
Homer. I don't know why people are mean to Homer. I've always liked Homer. Oh yeah. We were trying to fucking find Chalk and we just couldn't do it.
You were trying to
I
what?
forgot.
Uh,
I'm just gonna read the transcripts, you know.
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Fair.
Lord.
Pinguino, Detroit GM. Who is Griff? Hannibal Bly, mod/raise GM, 16-bit Griffey. Yeller Weller, Pirate King. Who is Griffey indeed? Penguino. Oh, didn't realize Griff was S9, stacked top 5. Yeller Weller, Pirate King. Griff good. Penguino, stats 16. And we looked at Griffey's stats, and they're pretty good.
They are.
You know.
They're good.
And then
Little down
Yeah,
we
he's
noticed-
having a good season.
Stats Chalk, couldn't find Chalk. Stats Banana, couldn't find Banana. I hate this. The Pinguino, I hate this. Point the 2 not in here have been insane. And I said stats Choco because I was like, fuck it, I don't care. Did not find anything.
And it came up the fucking chocolate smegma.
Every time.
And then everybody went,
Every
well.
And it used
Good
to be a
duck,
little worse
babe.
too because they used to not have it
yeah.
in a full list, and it used to be like
Yeah,
chocolate
yeah.
smegma, and then the list.
Good
Oh,
duck babe.
that was the
Well,
first thing
Yeller
I
Weller,
fixed.
R.I.P.
that was.
Good duck babe. I forgot Chalk was interim. Pinguino, Philly Def has a stacked team for GM candidates. Good
yeah.
duck babe. The presence of all top 5 members has been felt in here. It's been a long first day of college.
Duck
Leo,
did say
he's
that
so back.
all five top 5 members
and then
were
we-
in the GM lounge.
Then we all
I
roasted
have.
him.
I was in there for a session. I was.
Yeah,
in
but
there for a session.
currently.
Currently,
Yeah.
I'm not. No.
Griffey's never been there, so
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Oh no. Fair
Leo,
enough.
But there are 2 of us in there now.
Yes,
3
the
of us
Griff
in there
is.
now.
I was
The
about to say
Griff
there's
is.
3.
There are 3.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's basically all. Oh, and then Dave or no Teddy is that is it all it's quacked up to be in response to Duck? Hey-Man thought that was funny. He hit him with the LMAO.
Oh yeah, the classic.
And then
So Weller, I have a podcast idea where I read little snippets of the like chats that I see that I find funny, and I like act them out. And you're doing what I want to do, and it is as hilarious as I think it's going to be.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Speaking of that, I had a good idea for a fucking podcast last night too. I was telling my
Okay,
girlfriend that
okay.
I was like,
All right.
That
Okay.
might
I
be
think
good
that
because
I
my
could
next
do-
question for you guys was like, give me all your podcast ideas. So let's
okay,
go.
yeah, perfect. Okay, I think that I could host a podcast where somebody just shouts out like a random topic, or I just get the nichest fucking topic ever, and just go on for that for like 3 hours. But the point of it is it is a white noise machine.
Saxophone manufacturing
Yeah,
in
okay.
pre-1950s France. Go.
Oh yeah, what?
We can actually talk about that one.
What's funny is there's like I guess I don't know about the saxophones, but there is like guitar stuff with the woods, like the Lacey Act and environmental protections from the
Oh, yeah.
60s. Go into that shit. And then it's like you do a little TLDR in the beginning, and then you set that shit on, people go right to sleep. I'd be putting everybody to sleep with that shit. And then if it doesn't, you got 3 hours of podcast. Boom.
A great white noise generator too is there's a dude that does Warhammer 40K lore dumps called Luton 09.
Literally that.
Where it's like an hour and 45 minutes of just hearing
Just
about the weirdest
nonsense.
shit. It's
Just
great.
fucking nonsense. Yeah. I
Big
got the
fan.
idea because I got the idea discussing school district funding with somebody. Like, oh, dude, this will just put someone right the fuck to sleep. Oh my god, what a great idea!
I would be in a talk sleep podcast.
Join me.
In fact, we could call it Sleep Dirt. How about that?
Perfect.
And then we've got a Zapper reference right at the top.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then you can have a catchphrase of saying, "I'm gonna take a little dirt nap."
that's right.
That's a good one. Now it's time for the dirt nap.
Yeah,
That's right.
I feel like a double
Yeah,
entendre
hell
every
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah,
That-
shit yeah.
Did we all go? Hell yeah, fuck yeah, shit yeah.
Yep.
I ate
Oh
some
yeah, fuck
dinner.
yeah, shit yeah.
Well earned.
Well, thanks
I-
for taking
Fuck
the
yeah,
time,
shit
buddy.
Yeah.
And thank you very much
No
for
problem.
the song. It's really, 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 really awesome. I'm actually very
Yeah.
moved. I think it's great.
I'm glad you guys like it. I had fun doing it. It didn't take me very much time and energy. It was just like producing something for no other reason than for joy is just a thing that I think human beings need to do more of. And what better
I
way to do
agree.
it than for the dumbest thing I do, which is play fake baseball. I love
think
this place.
all 7 of our listeners understand that that's why we make the podcast, just for our own joy.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Yeah. Make cool shit,
Mhm.
put it on the internet. That's my,
Yeah.
I stole that idea from there's a YouTuber that I like who's AVE, Arduino versus Evil. Make cool shit, put it on the
great
internet.
name.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy. We don't necessarily align politically. But he's Canadian, so his politics don't count anyway. So
Yep, we've had
Their
that
money
conversation
or
here.
their politics.
Yeah, they don't have rights.
I'm going to
Yeah, they don't
Canada
have
this
rights.
weekend.
Oh yeah,
nice.
well, good.
Yeah.
Remember
Godspeed.
everything you can
got
take
the-
anything
yeah,
you
yeah.
want because they don't
Yeah.
have ownership rights.
The
Yeah,
problem
it's
is if
socialism
you
is
die in
everything.
Canada, you die for real, which is an XKCD reference.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
wish- I
Inception.
wish-
If you die in the third dream, you die in real life.
I wish there was anything even approaching real fucking socialism anywhere in this fucking
Yeah, no
hellhole of
shit.
clown world we occupy. But that's a story for another podcast.
It's another episode. Yeah.
One podcast for everyone? That's socialism. I won't tolerate it.
A chicken in every pod and a podcast for every listener.